Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Lead. So ये वाला episode is a continuation episode of the previous episode on prompts engineering. So basically यहाँ पे we will talk about few of the steps, or we will talk about few of the things we need to keep in mind while writing a prompt or creating a prompt. Alright, so let's quickly get started. So, what are a few of the things that should be kept in mind while creating a prompt? The very first pointer we should have in mind is, like, we have certain of the pointers like clarity, purpose, tone, context, specificity, grammar, the length, and the number of iterations. Okay, so we'll discuss each of this one by one with certain examples. हम कुछ examples के साथ इन सारी चीज़ों को एक एक करके डिस्कस करेंगे. ऑलराइट, तो जो सबसे पहला पॉइंटर है दैट इज़ क्लैरिटी. What do I mean by clarity in a prompt? So clarity basically means that I should be concise with what I'm trying to get an answer to via my prompt. Okay, मेरा कहने का क्या मतलब है? Let me quickly give an example. All right, let me just let's say okay, let's say if I say आई एम आस्किंग चैट जीपीटी दिस. मैं अपने चैट जीपीटी से ये क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. ओके, इट टेल्स मी फ्यू ऑफ द एक्टिविटीज़ लाइक हाइकिंग, कुकिंग और बेकिंग, ट्रैवलिंग, प्लेइंग स्पोर्ट, फोटोग्राफी, dancing. Okay, but one thing to keep in mind is although ChatGPT is very good in terms of providing us an answer, but in the end it's a computer model. Okay, there are high chances, or there are chances कि वो negation को उस तरीके से perceive ना करे जैसे कि हम perceive करते हैं. सो बेसिकली चैट जीपीटी क्या करता है कि हर वर्ड को कंसिडर करता है, साथ में उनका वेट, सेंटेंस में उनका वेट क्या है या उनकी वैल्यू क्या है उसको भी कंसिडर करता है. सो लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आई से नॉट बोरिंग. ओके, तो यहाँ पे तो ऑल्दो इट अंडरस्टूड नॉट बोरिंग, दैट मीन्स लेट्स से विच एक्टिविटीज़ विच आर नॉट बोरिंग, बट सिंस वो वर्ड बाय वर्ड भी चीज़ों को समझ रहा है, देर आर चांसेस that it would perceive this sentence and tell me something which is actually boring, और वो negation को उस तरीके से ना consider करे जिस तरीके से हम चाहते हैं कि ये perceive करे. Okay, so the best way to write such kind of prompts, or best way to write a prompt, negation prompt, is to give the concise thing which we actually want. Okay, so इस चीज़ को मैं rephrase कैसे कर सकता हूँ? Let's say what I can say is, so it will tell me certain activities which are fun and people enjoy. Okay, so although यहाँ पे it gave me an answer, correct answer, but there are chances कि वो negation को उस तरीके से perceive ना करे जैसे कि हम एक particular negative sentence को perceive करते हैं. Okay, so not को ना consider करके actually it suggests me something boring. Alright, so we should be concise and we should be to the point कि हम chat GPT से क्या आंसर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं. Alright, so basically we should be concise. Alright, now the second point, purpose. Okay, the second point is purpose. So we should clearly define the purpose. Define the purpose. For example, let's say, okay, I say what are the benefits of daily exercise, right? So daily exercise offers a wide range of physical, mental and emotional benefits. Although it gave me quite a point to the point answer, but मेरे क्वेश्चन पूछने का पर्पस ये नहीं था. I actually wanted to, let's say, write a blog or write an article on benefits of an exercise. So although ये मुझे आंसर मिला है what are the benefits of daily exercise, but it is not defining, or it is not in parallel to my purpose. Okay, so what I can say is, this, if you see, I asked the same thing but in a different way and defining a clear purpose of me asking that question. So मैंने बोला write me an article on benefits of exercise. So it wrote me a well defined article on the benefits of exercise. Let's say title, introduction, and what then in the pointer form क्या क्या फायदे हैं doing an exercise. Okay, so we should clearly define the purpose. All right. The third pointer is tone. So basically, we should clearly define or we should clearly point out the tone in which we are asking the question. All right. So the third pointer is tone. So basically, we should clearly define or clearly point out the tone in which we are asking the question. For example, अगर मैं एक example लूँ, let's say I say that राइट. सो क्लियरली यहाँ पे मेरा टोन बहुत ही एंग्री टूवर्ड्स एन एंग्री फॉर्म है. सो आई सेड दैट आई एम नॉट एट ऑल हैप्पी विथ माई एम्प्लॉयर, प्लीज राइट मी अ वार्निंग मेल फॉर हिम. So it will return me an answer in the same tone. So directly it will jump with an angry tone. So I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to bring your attention towards some concerns I have been experiencing during my time as an employee or at a particular company name. Let's say मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, इसी क्वेश्चन को let's say I rephrase. ऑलराइट, सेम क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछा बट एक थोड़ा सा फ्रेंडली टोन में. ऑलराइट, आई एम नॉट हैप्पी विथ माई एम्प्लॉयर, प्लीज राइट मी अ मेल टू गेट द पॉइंट ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट एंड सजेशंस फॉर हिम. सो सेम चीज उसने दी. आई होप दिस ईमेल फाइंड्स, बट इफ यू सी इट इज इन मच मोर सॉफ्टर एंड फ्रेंडली टोन. सो टोन बेसिकली प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल कि आप किस टोन से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो. यू विल गेट द आंसर from ChatGPT in the same particular tone. All right, define the tone. All right, now so the next point is context. Context क्या है? We should properly give the context. यहाँ पे it's nothing but the background. किस terms and conditions, like we have that star on top of the right top right part in every if there are any conditions. In a similar way, what context or what background किस context में मैं अपना वो answer चाहता हूँ. For example, let's say I say that, alright, it will tell me certain pointers like improve your public speaking skills, can boost your confidence, practice regularly, know your material, understand your audience, work on your body language, blah blah blah, right? But the thing is, let's say I'm an introvert. मुझे ये सारी चीज़ें I can do only if I come out of that shell of being an introvert, right? So I can ask the same question and also provide a little background. For example, राइट. अब आप देखोगे इसके सजेशंस आर बिट इम्प्रूव्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ माय बैकग्राउंड. Improving public speaking can transform for introverts and shy individuals. While it may feel challenging at first, with consistent effort and practice, you can develop the confidence and skill to excel in public speaking. Right? So अब इसने मेरे context में same answer return किया. It was a different thing on top, right? Improve your public speaking skills and boost your confidence, help you effectively. यहाँ पे introvertness का कोई context नहीं था. So we should be sure on what is the background, all right, or context we are having. All right. So the next point is specificity. All right. So what is this particular thing? So basically, never write a prompt that is that is, subjective, or um, specific, less specific, right? For example, let's say I want to know something about jets. Let's say say tell me about jets. All right, it will tell me about jets. Now, the other thing is, I actually wanted to know about jets, but I also wanted to know about jets which have high, which can maneuver highly and require less maintenance. So I need to be specific with my question. So I can use the same question and add a specific direction to it. For example, tell me about jet with high. Now, I ask the same thing, but being specific in a certain direction. All right. So tell me about jets with high maneuverability and maintenance. All right. So sorry about the spelling mistake. It is high. All right. So we need to be specific in terms of what we are trying to ask from a Chat GPT. Right. So thrust vectoring technology should be there, fly-by-wire system, high power, reduced radar cross section. So basically the fifth generation fighter jets. All right. So yeah, and moving on to the next point. The next point is grammar. So the next point is grammar, like what we provide as input is what we get, what we get as output. Now, what I mean by that, let's pick up an example. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT. So DALI is an AI model improved by Open or developed by OpenAI, blah blah blah, right? But one thing to notice is मैंने जिस तरीके से इसको डाली इनपुट दिया, it is producing the same in the output as well. So instead, DALI is written like this. All right. So this is the right format to write it. So the grammar should be correct. What is DALI? All right. Now if you see, the output में DALI will be pronounced in the same fashion. यहाँ पे since I said DALI, whatever relevant it found, it pronounced it in or wrote it in that format. उस format में उसने मुझे output में भी दिया. But actual में DALI is written like this. All right. So and if you observe, output maybe it's using the same format which I provided in the question. So this thing should be kept in mind. जैसा मेरा grammar input होगा, I'll get the same in the output. All right. So moving to the next format or the next point, that is the length. All right. It's not like कि हमें length को हमेशा छोटा रखना है. We should try to be as precise as possible and as contained as possible. All right. For example, if I say right, so so if you see here, I needed to write an article on brain drain in India, its impact and how to avoid it. All right. So probably, I wanted more content. Yeah, there could be a situation where I needed more content on brain drain in India, and then a shorter content on its impact and how to avoid it. Although, I need to be as precise as with my question basically, and I should. It's not like we cannot write larger or longer questions or prompts. It's just we need to be precise. So what is the impact of this is certain times क्या होता है जो हम बाद में एड ऑन करते हैं ऑन टॉप ऑफ द नेचुरल क्वेश्चन विच वी आर आस्किंग, इट इज़ मोस्टली कर्टेन्ड, या मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम क्या होता है कि वो कर्टेन हो जाता है द मेन क्वेश्चन, ऑन टॉप ऑफ द मेन क्वेश्चन. सो चैट जीपीटी क्या करेगा, जो मेन क्वेश्चन है उसका आंसर हमें रिटर्न कर देगा, और इन द एंड जो हमने पूछा है उससे वो चीज़ कहीं ना कहीं इट विल बी शॉर्टेंड, या वो चीज़ ढक जाएगी जिसे कहते हैं हम, राइट. So it's not like कि we cannot write longer prompts. It's just we need to take care कि हमें पूछना क्या है, and we need to be very concise in terms of it. All right. So we need to be concise and appropriate. All right. Iterations is we can have multiple. We can ask Chat GPT multiple questions on top of the questions we have already asked. For example. Right. All right. What and इसी के continuation में I can ask what is the fee for it. All right. Or maybe it doesn't understood. How can I join these colleges? All right. So see, joining prestigious colleges like MIT, Harvard. So I can keep iterating on the same questions until unless we reach that point where we get the answer we want. हम तब तक iterate कर सकते हैं, और वो उन्हीं कॉन्टेक्स्ट के बेसिस पे, प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस के आंसर के बेसिस पे इट विल कीप आंसरिंग यू until unless, and you can ask as many times as you want. आप उतने iterations कर सकते हो जब तक आप you do not get your exact answer, या आप जिस आंसर के लिए you are looking out. So multiple iterations basically. All right, multiple iterations. All right. So these are few points which we need to keep in mind while developing our prompt to get the answers in the right direction. All right. So thank you so much, and I'll be back with another episode.